Chris Cook from 3M Commercial Graphics. One of the more common questions I get asked about car wraps is how long should a wrap last, or how long will a wrap last? And there's many things that determine how long a wrap will last, but one of them is how well you actually look after the wrap, how well you maintain it. So I'd like to spend a few minutes today sharing with you some tips on how you and also your customers can look after and maintain their wrap to get the maximum possible life out of it. Okay, there are two main things that really cause a vinyl wrap to age or degrade. The first one is the sun. Ultraviolet radiation in the sunlight just literally breaks down the vinyl, causes it to fade, go brittle, crack and sort of oxidise and chalk on the surface. The second thing that actually causes degradation is actually pollutants in the air, particularly in cities where there's a lot of traffic and industry. Those pollutants in the air will gradually settle out onto the surface of the vehicle, particularly on the horizontal surfaces like the bonnet and the roof. And then when those pollutants get wet, either through rain or at night time when the dew forms on the surface, they'll actually form an acid solution. And that acid solution will actually start to eat away at the vinyl and cause the vinyl to degrade. So two really key factors to what caused the vinyl wrap to actually break down. First one is the sun, and secondly those pollutants when they get wet on the surface. So one of the first things that we can do to extend the life of the wrap is to keep that car under cover. Now obviously it's a car, it does need to go out on the road sometime, but the more you can keep it under cover during the day to protect it from sun, so park it in the shade, but also at night time, keep it under cover to stop dew forming on the surface and to prevent that acid solution forming on the surface and eating away at the vinyl. So keeping it under cover will go a long way to really extending the life and maximising the life of that vinyl wrap. Now, what they can also do is wash the car and maintain it. Vinyl's like paint. The better you look after it, the longer it's going to last. And one of the first things that you can do is to wash it regularly. Whenever it looks dirty, give it a wash. And use a good quality car wash product like this Meguiar's Next Generation car wash, just with water and a sponge or a clean cloth. So wash it as you would normally wash your car, rinse it with clean water, and then dry it off to prevent any water spotting. And that's going to remove all of those pollutants from the surface and prevent them from attacking the vinyl. Now, if you have some more difficult contaminants on the car that won't come off with the soap and water, say things like tree sap, tar spots or bird droppings, you may need to use something a little bit more aggressive to remove those. But before you do that, the first thing you do want to try is to really soak them with hot soapy water to try and soften them and see if that helps. Now, luckily a bird's been kind enough to give us something to try that out on over on the other side of the bonnet there. So what I'm going to do is nice hot soapy water with the Meguiar's car wash in it, soak a cloth in it, and I'm just going to place this on the bird dropping for a couple of minutes to let it soften it to help remove it. Okay, so I'm just going to take my hot soapy cloth and just put it on there and just leave it for a few minutes to give the heat and the detergent some time to sort of soften that, and hopefully that will then let us get that off. Now if this doesn't work, you may need to use something a little bit more aggressive like a bug and tar remover. We do recommend the Meguiar's Gold Class Bug and Tar Remover. So we can use this to do that spot cleaning on those difficult contaminants. I would suggest though test it in an inconspicuous area first, just to make sure that it's not going to have any negative impact on the wrap. Another point about spot cleaning as well is if the wrap extends to the area around the fuel filler, it's really important that when we're fueling the car, if we do spill any fuel onto that vinyl in that area, we need to clean that off immediately. Don't let it sit there and give it time to degrade the vinyl. Now once we've got the car clean and we've removed any difficult spots, we can actually have some options of helping protect that vinyl from both the sun and from those atmospheric pollutants. Now if the wrap is a gloss, say a gloss solid colour, or it's a digital print with a gloss laminate, we can actually use a good quality car wax to provide a protective layer over that over the wrap. We can use something like the Meguiar's Gold Class Premium Liquid Wax. It gives a very good protection to that to the wrap. Just apply it as per the manufacturer's instructions. Word of warning though, don't use any kind of wax product on a textured film or a matte film. Textured films such as carbon fibre or brushed metals and certainly not on matte, like matte black, matte white, or so on. They will change the appearance of the wrap. With the textured films, the carbon fibres and the brushed metals, you can actually use a vinyl protectant, like this is Meguiar's Natural Shine Protectant. You can use this on the textured films, on the carbon fibres and on the brushed metals. Don't use it on the mattes though, it will make them gloss up. Okay, now that's a lot of information about how to care for the wrap or the vinyl graphics. So what we have done to make that a little bit easier is we've actually created an information sheet on how to actually care for the wrap. So this gives you basically all the information that we've just been through. Now this is posted on our website, 3mgraphics.com.au, so you can go and download it and print out copies. Really recommend that if you are doing wraps, always supply one of these to the customer when they collect the car, and go through it with them and help them understand what they can do, all of those things that we've discussed, all of the things that they can do to help extend the life of their wrap. So there's a few tips for both applicators and also for the end owner of the vehicle on how to get the maximum possible life out of your vinyl wrap. Once again, if you do have any questions or comments about this video, please enter it in the comments section. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. This is Chris Cook from 3M Commercial Graphics.